I am a small man on the totem pole, and I'm just a passionate guy about East. That's the reality. You know what that means? If you're going to Italy, very strong, physical, has the presence, reads the game well. He must be an excellent source in a library. What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike. I mean Clean Mike. I mean Meta Mike. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you've not hit the subscribe button, that makes me a little bit sad. We are grinding. You see the broadcast, you see the giveaways, you see the daily upload here, the daily live stream there, twitch.tv/Mike LaBelle. It is free to drop a like on this video. Support the content. We're going to talk most meta Serie A players. A lot of you have been keeping up with IFTV, Italian Football TV. Best podcast if you're looking for your football news in the Serie A. Shout out. I'm going to plug that down below as well. Those are my guys. They live in Brooklyn. I've been making appearances there. I feel as if a decent amount of you that maybe came over know what it's all about. So this entire video is dedicated to the most meta players of the Serie A. On that note, let me explain the criteria. All these guys, they fit into the game properly. That's what meta is all about. Most effective tactics available. And this is not based on price point, only on position. And if you feel that some of these guys are lackluster, you don't have options in certain positions, that's very possible. You could tweet EA. Don't tweet me. I don't make the new foot items. I don't have any input. I don't make the deliveries. I can't hook you up with a token. A lot of y'all been hitting me up with token requests because you see the broadcast and you think that I have something to do with that. I am a small man on the totem pole, and I'm just a passionate guy about East. That's the reality. I don't know anything else. I don't have the early leaks or the iterations, but you should follow on social media because we are pumping or pushing the Italian way. If you know what that means, if you're going to Italy, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on my selections. Happy to have a civil debate. You, me, him, her. There's no one in my apartment. Right backs. We just had a brand new release on Salty. This man is built, looking real. Serious meta in the freeze foot items. Easy on the eyes. Frosty. Crispy. He's got the burner. He's got the size. He got a 5-star weak foot. I think they gave him the skill moves as well. Man, Christian is looking complete for 33. We'll work with this. I remember the good old days of using Salty in some of the previous FIFA installments. He was overpowered as a left back. We'll take the flip-flop. If it's not him, I'm going Quadrado, the rule breakers. I'd rather have the defensive stat increase compared to his inform. Also, Bruno Perez. I know if you want that Brazilian selection or Brazilian option, this could be someone who's fitting for you. Also received an upgrade from UCL or Europa League. You know the foot item. I know the foot item. We're on the same page. Left back, pretty obvious. Go get you a Hernandez. That's your guy. High rated, lot of pace. Many will regard him as one of the best, if not the best left back in the game. Probably not challenging Mendy just yet, but he is in the conversation. I actually made that video talking about Hernandez and company. You can watch that on the YouTube channel. Also, Sandro, we should mention, but he's not fast enough yet. I know he got an upgrade. It's a UCL. He's got a lot of stats, but we need some more pace. But I'm still going to give him a mention, but I don't know that he's quite meta. Just needs a little more on the help. Little something. Give him a little nitro action. He could go up 1 rating, but needs to go up 3 pace. Center backs. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't like the options. I don't get on with these center backs. I'll take Koulibaly. He's got a 90 overall. Big body. Very strong. Physical. Has the presence. Reads the game well. He must be an excellent source in a library. If it's not him, the baseline Manolas. I know 83 overall. I understand. You're surprised. I'm surprised. A lot of players higher rated. They just don't fit into what you need to be doing for FIFA success. Maybe playing a holding mid out of position is your best route if you really want to go the Serie A option, because the center backs don't jump off the page, and Koulibaly is also competitively expensive just based on rarity and rating and growth potential. Center mids, center attacking mids, center mids, holding mids, all in one category. I love that Gomez. All year, Papa Gomez has been the real deal. Wiggles works, number 10. Many of you will say he's the second coming of Messi in FIFA. They have a lot of similar characteristics. I want to clarify. In FIFA. I'm not saying in real life. FIFA. The video game, FIFA. EA makes the game, FIFA. I don't want to be misquoted. If it's not him, Nainggolan, I like the Belgium. Still smoking cigarettes, but he never gets tired. More of your center mid or your holding mid. Kessie just got an upgrade in the Europa situation and scenario. This guy's underrated. What's his price tag at? Did he go up? Hold that thought. Price check. Done. 240. Actually, more than I would have liked to pay. But if you picked up this man early, you profited. Look at that 87 balance. Disgusting. 91 strength, 98 stamina, 92 aggression. Yeah, Kessie could get that work. I might be forcing it slightly, but I'm going to mention mentioned Khedira, and there's also that new Inform Savic foot item. This might be a little more debatable because I don't know if they're quite as meta, but they're both high rated, and there's people that swear by them. They love them, whether it's the skills from Savic and the big body, or Khedira giving you more of that classic holding mid, very defensive oriented, especially with his positioning. He's not going to push forward, so if you're looking for maybe a singular center defensive midfielder that's going to sit tight in a 4-1-2-1-2, the narrow version, this could be your guy right here. Or if you were taking that other approach that I was talking about, where you maybe grab the likes of a Khedira or a Savic, they could be a center back in a league that lacks, I don't want to say overpowered, but meta-based center backs. On a related note, when we look at Savic, that's a lot of stats for 70,000 coins. You're on the Xbox, 60,000 coins. Might be built better to be a center back with the skills. I know his agility, his balance, acceleration, sprint speed, it's not through the roof. And that's where some of you will say he's not complete enough. But the physical is there, defense is there, the passing, the shooting. 85 finishing from a holding mid to go with curve and composure. You just gonna have to wind it up. You cannot expect a quick release. I'm not going to lie to you. Just same way you're not going to lie to me. That's going to be the concern of the issue. But you are getting a good value pickup, which has nothing to do with my list. I do want to make sure that we're on the same page. I want to reiterate, this is not based on finances, but of course, it's on the page. We can observe them, which means we can talk about. How do you feel about Savic? Comment down below. Am I reaching? Left wingers, for yours truly, there's really only one option. I'm not pushing that agenda with the Douglas Costa. I know that he's had upgraded items, and if we were talking rule breakers, which is not going to apply to Serie, sure, we could have that conversation. But if we're staying in the correct league, because that's part of the criteria, must be Serie players, De La Feo. Ooh, this guy is a killer. That's not a typo. 99 agility, 95 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, 90 balance, and you feel all of that. If you've gone up against him throughout a weekend league, he's active in competitive play, which kind of gives you a good idea of how valuable, how much of an asset this foot item actually is. Of course, you got to knock him out. It's going to be a grind, but you do receive some FIFA sexual healing, some 90th minute goals. If he's coming off the bench, he is going to smoke show everyone. And he got the high-low work rates. But that's it for me. Left wingers, I don't support this league for this position. Generally speaking, this is it. I'm giving you my opinion in this video, unfiltered, uncut, unedited. Actually, it's very filtered. It is completely edited, and it is not uncut, but it is my opinion. Right wing, brand new, freeze, Lautaro Martinez. How do we not have more AC Milan players? Side note that might not be completely related, but this Lautaro, oof, a lot of stats, a lot of physicality, a lot of pace, a lot of dribbling, turn left, turn right. Not the greatest FIFA track record, especially at this price point, but easily the best right wing in this league. And you're going to make an argument for him amongst the complete collective. I wish that he had a little more stamina. That would make me feel in my hearts of hearts that we could really push this FIFA agenda. I also like Lozano, the inform, but I view him more as a super sub, but I have used him as a starter. So I might say that, but the Mexican international still got the burner. There's still something there in FIFA that not only gives them credibility, makes players uncomfortable, makes them nervous. Whether he's coming off the bench, he's in the starting 11, he is able to disrupt game plans. That's what we're after. Strikers, Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe the best striker in this year's installment. Some of you could prefer Mbappe, a little bit of a flip-flop. If we're going to bring icons into the discussion, so be it. But for standard golds or informs, any version of Ronaldo, you can't go wrong. Cristiano is going to give you goals, assists, the BS factor, crosses, winning 50-50s, skill moves, the body type. Everything fits this year for Cristiano. But if you don't have that big of a budget, tone it down a tad bit. That Mertens Rule Breakers, massive fan, big time supporter. This man does not age. Another Belgium. Team up with 9 Gallon. You got greens on greens on greens, and we're not talking about gardening unless you'd like to. And in that case, I know very little. I remember people making jokes about the hose. You had the hose, the lawnmower, the edger. Is that what it's called? An edger? Clearly, I've done so much of this in my life. The clippers? Remember the clippers? Cut the plant. Let's move forward. Muriel might also be a surprise. This man has so much FIFA greatness throughout the years. Consistent. This 84 live, I like him. I appreciate him. I count on him. Super sub of dreams. Can still get away with him as a starter, but maybe not if you expect an Elite 1 finish. That is my only disclaimer. But he's not necessarily done improving. Remember, this is a live foot item. What happens in real life translates to the virtual pitch. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop some love on the video. Talk to me in the comments. Do you watch the Serie A? Who do you support? I'm just laying so many questions. self-dap. I only wish all of you beautiful people health, wealth, and prosperity. We try to push those positive vibes. Hope things have been going amazing in your life. We're knocking on the door of heading into 2021, which I think we could all be on the same page. We're ready for that progression, but we're breathing and we're living, and I have a lot more content coming out for you ASAP.